Eleven Madison Park has had 3 Michelin star for over a decade. We also got 4-star from the New York Times, and as well as getting best restaurant in the world by San Pellegrino. Our goal is to re-achieve our accolades every single year. I'm the chef de cuisine and partner. I oversee the entire restaurant. During service, the chef de cuisine is basically conducting an orchestra. We're managing tickets, managing table, working closely with the dining room. So at the end of the day, every single dishes that the guests are eating is the responsibility of the chef de cuisine. Welcome to 11 Madison Park. I'm Dominique Roy. I'm the chef and partner with Chef Dynia. It's 10 o'clock. We're about to get started, so come on in. This is our famous dining room that's been here for the last 27 years now, where we welcome about 120 guests every single night. It's just such a magical place. This is our kitchen, still in the morning, so not a lot of the team is there yet, but we have all the sous chefs already that are getting started. We have a total of 100 team members that work in the kitchen, about 15 sous chefs, about 50 savory chefs, about 20 head sous chefs. So it's a big team, 200 employees total in the restaurant. Over here we have garde manger, everything that is cold is coming out of this station. And then after that, we're gonna go on the hot line. Here we have Savas in charge of West Line and East Line. Basically all the hot food and everything savory is coming out of these lines. Over here with Chef Flora, we have the entire pastry department. The back after over here is all prep, commis, production. So all the labor intensive feeding of onion, peas, etc. is all happening there. 10:30 is family meal time. In the restaurant, we do family meal 3 times a day. 1 in the morning at 10:30, 1 at night at 4 p.m. And then after that, we do one around 1 a.m. for the porter team at the end of the night. The restaurant runs almost 24/7. We're open 7 days a week. And also we have first team in the morning, starting bread at 5 a.m. And the last person from the porter team leaving at 3 a.m. in the morning. So there's really 2 hours where there's no one in the kitchen. Besides that, the restaurant is always open and running. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Mattia, Stefano, and David are all going to be running the New York City Marathon this weekend. That's something that's really special, I think, between running and work in the kitchen. The way that it feels coming into work and putting your head down and just starting the day, and the way it's intense and we're pushing yourself. It's a little bit more painful, but it's a lot of fun though. Yeah. I did a half Ironman. I did 2 marathons and 3 half marathons in 1 year, and then it just it broke me. Yeah. Now the family meal is over. We're getting close to 11. We're gonna go back in the kitchen, look at some of the production in the back. So let's do it. We have anywhere from 6 to 10 commis in the back working, plus 1 sous chef overseeing all the production. The maitake skewer is a really signature dish in the last 5 years. So one of the coolest part of the maitake skewer is the seitan part. We're actually inspired from something called namafu, which is a classic Shojin Japanese technique. We started to play around with those recipes and created our own version, and we called it seitan. You can buy seitan on the market. It's completely different. It's really chewy. I don't love it, but this is really different. Basically, when you cut it, it really looks like just a regular loaf of bread, but the difference is the texture. And we're gonna be slicing those, then we're gonna be frying them, and then after that we marinate them. The marinade is made with a little bit of smoke oil, some white soy, a little bit of maple, and a little bit of salt. When it grills, it gets crispy on the outside, it gets tender and juicy in the inside, so it's really cool. We always have anywhere from 3 to 4 people every day building skewers, because we're gonna build about 100 skewers a day. From start to finish, this is about a 3-day process. We also trim it, so it's a beautiful, perfect rectangle, because sometimes if we don't, then with pieces coming out, then some pieces are gonna burn and not cook evenly. 3-star restaurant, the aesthetic and the look and what it's gonna look on the plate at the end is really important. So consistency for everything to look the same is important to us. This is all looking great. Now we're gonna go take a look at the butter production. Sunflower butter was one of the first dishes that we worked on when we went plant-based. We started to make sunflower milk to just basically recreate the milk part of the butter, and then we started to ferment it to get that sourness in the butter as well. Butter production is happening right here. Jasper is our fermentation cook. 5 years ago with Chef Foom, we decided to go fully plant-based. In the last few years, we realized that obviously as chefs, and what represents us the most is not necessarily to be fully plant-based. We're really excited to work with some proteins, and so we brought back the duck. We're working with lobster and scallops again. Dairy butter is an amazing thing, and it's delicious, but what we created like 5 years ago, I think is even better. One person is going to work 5 days a week on butter production. It basically takes a full-time job. Every season we try to incorporate a different flavor. Right now we do an allium butter. We do a fermented sunflower and onion milk that we use as the base. We take the base, we incorporate like liquid nitrogen until it goes down to 20 degrees. When it gets there, then we're incorporating our onion jam. And after that, we're gonna temper it back down to being a little bit warmer. Now that it's emulsified, and then we're gonna be molding it. These silicone molds, we fill them up with the butter, and then after that, we're gonna put them in the freezer to get them back to being cold as quick as possible. We're gonna be tapping the trays down and working with the cake tester to remove all the bubbles, to make sure there's no air bubbles in the butter. Beautiful is so important. The 4 fundamentals of our food that we talk about all the time is creative, beautiful, delicious, and intentional. And if you have those 4 criteria as on the dish, then it's a great dish, and it's a dish that we can put on the menu. Let's look at the duck. Here, Chef Stefano is cooking the duck with us. Really simple. We take the duck that's been dry aged for 14 days. We glaze it with some honey and then sprinkle coriander, lavender, cumin, and Sichuan peppercorn. A little bit of salt and just roast it in the oven. When it's about to be ready, we usually start about 18 minutes and then we start testing it. So we're going inside the breast to know that basically the end there is too hot, the end there is too hot, and then you really want to go and check the middle part. Because with this, you can have like a much thinner needles that won't poke and make holes in the meat. It would be, easier to do it with a prop, but the end product would not look as nice. 30 to 40 minutes is ideal time to rest. We're gonna be cutting the breast open of the cage. We're trying to really just take away the extra fat or just pieces that won't be nice to eat. After that, we're just gonna brush it with some brown butter, finishing it with fleur de sel, and then after that, we'll be ready to go on the plate. We sauce the table side for the guests. So that's it for the dog. This is what it looks like when it's finished and where we serve it to our guests. 12:45. Now we're gonna go take a look at the skewer while we're grilling it with Chef Stefano.
So we brushed the skewers with a Mclntyre made with dry shiitake, maple syrup, some black garlic fermented. We dry it for a little, like around 10 minutes in the oven, and then we start to grill. And we go really slow. We don't want to burn, but really like a nice caramelization.
We finished with a little bit of a pine powder, so just regular pine that we dehydrate and then blend. And then we put a little bit of fresh lemon. We do a little bit of yuzu koshu. And then we finish with a smoked dry portobello. So we want to make sure we have a beautiful, clean, soft surface where we can put the plates on to plate the food instead of putting them directly on marble or ceramic. Often either with metal or ceramic, you can just scratch the plates, and when you put it on a white linen, you're going to get those black marks on the linen. There's different ways that you can go about a dish. There's times where we're going to be centering things where we're going to be a little bit more on the left, on the right. At the end of the day, it's all about making the dish beautiful and what's going to make the most sense with what we're using. So right now we're centering the mushroom skewer. So mushroom puree, wilted spinach, and then some fresh baby spinach leaves. This is the mushroom skewer as we serve it to our guests, finishing it with the sauce next to the guests in the dining room. So that's it. Now we're just about to call 5 minutes where everyone's going to stop, start breaking down, deep clean the entire kitchen, and then reset for the night before we can go into family meal and then into service.
Ready, guys? 5 minutes.
Wait. Okay, let's do it, guys. It's almost 2:30. We're about to do pre-meal, talk about a bunch of different things, but today we're gonna have a guest speaker. We're gonna have Chef Anthony come in. Anthony is the chef at Uno, and this restaurant has been named many times best pizza restaurant in the world. Hey, what's up? Okay, yeah, I'm coming. Thank you. Okay, let's go get him. Hey, how you doing? You good?
How are you?
Good to see you. Great to see you. Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
It's such an honor.
Yeah. Amazing.
Where should I stand?
Yeah, right here. Pre-meal. Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Chef.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, Chef.
First of all, honestly, we bring you guys up probably almost every pre-shift. I'm not joking. We really use you guys as sort of a benchmark on what I think hospitality is. I've always said, to me, food and hospitality, when I know I did my job, is when I leave at the end of the night and my face hurts. Like, it's funny, but you know what I mean? Like you walk out and you're like, you feel depleted in your face and you're just like, and you can barely speak. That's when I'm like, all right, I gave everything. Am I right though? You guys know that you're laughing.
I think a lot of us can relate to what you're saying, and yeah, it's really, really special. So thank you, appreciate it. Crusher of the week this week, someone who's been assigned crusher for a really, really long time. This week it's Elizabeth. You've always been crushing it from kitchen to going to pastry, and I keep hearing Chef Flora, Chef Oadhan talking about how amazing you're doing a job. Right now, it is critics season. We've literally had 3 critics that have been coming. There's going to be more coming back. We haven't been reviewed on the New York Times in a long, long time, so we're expecting that to happen anytime soon. It could be tonight, could be tomorrow. We're going to be re-earning our 4 stars. Now we need to be consistent, and you need to work on all the single little details that makes what we do really special. So let's focus on that. Let's re-earn our star, and let's have a good service. When we talk about consistency, and that consistency is everything, this is one of the most important part of the day, where we're just gonna go and look at every piece of mise en place and taste everything. We're spending anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half just tasting food and double checking that everything is the way it should be. Every guest is a VIP, but there's also critics, there's a super VIP that are coming, and we do take an extra care to make sure that every single little piece of their mise en place of the food is gonna be perfect. We usually do about 6 portions a night. We always use them all throughout the night, but this is what we usually use if a critic walk in or a very VIP coming in, like Chef Stefano. At the end of the day, we'll never change a dish for a guest. We create a menu that we're super proud of, and that's what we're serving to everyone. It's really challenging when you have 10, 15, 20 different dishes to taste, and they all have anywhere from 5 to 15 components. So to make sure that we don't forget anything, we have this checklist. Let's start from the beginning, but maybe let's start with the crudité. This is a small version of a crudité that we serve at the bar. Bring up the seasoning a little bit, okay? The plating is beautiful, E.T., huh? Yeah, it's great. That's great. The cooking of the leek is great, but we need to finish with more fleur de sel. Sometimes we have a completely different dish so that we can have different options, and sometimes we have a similar style of dishes with the different vegetables. For example, we do like a really awesome curry squash with a curry sauce, when we also do it with sweet potato in case some people don't like squash. Everything is really good, but it's like if we're scared of seasoning everything today a little bit, you know? Everything is just a little under seasoned. 3:30 now, we're getting closer to service. We're going to Mclntyre to taste the food and do similar tasting. Come here, I need a hug.
Oui.
At Mclntyre, it's a cocktail bar, but also a studio on the other side. Here is more focus on the studio, which is a 9-seat counter where the chef and the bartender cook in front of the guests. It's a really cool experience. I'll start with this first over here. I think this is my favorite thing on the menu that we have right now. It's a portobello burger, so fully plant-based, and then we cook it sous vide just to get it like really tender and flavorful. And then tempura, fry it, just brush it with like a Nashville hot, a little bit of ranch, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomatoes. Yesterday was like too juicy. I was dripping. This today is perfect.
Oui, chef.
Did we find a way to make sure it's consistent like that?
Yes, chef. Wait. So dry them a little bit more, and then yes, fry a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Lost some of the moisture. But yes, chef.
That's awesome. Can we take the recipe of the onions from the beginning and just go back and forget about what we've been doing and just take the recipe, read through it, and just do exactly and do a small batch of it?
Oui, chef.
This is good, but it's not like amazing. There's something missing.
Oui, chef.
Okay, we're good, no?
Yeah.
It's almost 4 o'clock. Now we're gonna go downstairs. Family meal number 2. Yeah. As you can see, there's a lot of people. Our entire team right now is going on family meal. Yeah, it's pretty amazing how many people there are. We have 2 lines of family meal today. Where's Marissa and Pooja? Come. Yeah, there you go. So Pooja and Marissa, they both came today, cooking family, which is awesome. Every day, we usually do family meal where we have each station doing one component. So they took care of everything. It looks amazing. I'm super excited and I'm really hungry. But yeah, thank you. You guys are the best. And some of the toughest sous chefs in the kitchen. Let's go eat. Now it's 4:30. We're going to our reso meeting, and basically we're going to meet with the sous chef, the manager, the reservationist team, and talk about every guest that is coming tonight, and make sure that we all have the information that we need, whether it's allergies, aversions, special celebration or anything like that, so that we can make every single experience really special. So yeah, come on in. We're with the team in here.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
At Mclntyre tonight, we have 88 on the books with 6 in the studio, 82 at the bar. We also have a PDR at 7:30 now for 24 guests.
We have 39 reservations for 94 guests, 2 available. For the bar casing, we have 9 reservations for 21 guests, 2 available. And we have 1 bar a la carte reservation for 2 guests, and a total of 117 covers. 6 p.m. party of 2. The wife has an allergy to honey and is averse to lamb and goat cheese. Attention captain, please advise the duck has honey.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a no. You can do the mushroom, yeah.
That's all for tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back into tasting and then service. 5:05, the first few courses of the meal starts in garde manger. So that's why we always start and doing like tasting earlier there. Here at 5 o'clock on the hotline, it still give us like a good hour before we start firing some of the food on the hotline. It's great.
Thank you.
This is much better. Consistency is good.
Thank you, chef.
The potato itself needs a little bit more seasoning. The color is like beautiful and perfect, but I wish it was like a little crispier. Dry a little bit more, fry a little bit more, and that's it. Because the look is like beautiful. Let's do another one and we'll taste it all again. Well, I'm gonna be helping them seasoning the tea right now. I feel like seasoning things is like one of my favorite things, and I feel like just working on your palate, working on seasoning thing and understanding how food works is so important. Saying to it someone that food is not good as a chef or as a cook or as a sous chef just sucks because it doesn't really give you really much direction. Still always makes me happy to be able to do it with the team so I can make sure that I also understand the food just as much as they do. Salas, can you come and we do this together? Right now it's good, but it's still like the acid needs to be a little higher, and then it's still like miss like a little bit of like the seasoning. It needs some of the salt, and then this is a lot. It needs just a little bit of the umami. The spiciness is better now that we added a little bit of base,
Sweet.
but it also needs like just a touch of white soy. Okay, let's mix it. Let's taste it together. Now the acidity is there, but it's not fully round. This is a really like comforting allium and celery broth. Kind of reminds you a little bit of the chicken soup you would have when you were a kid, and it's a really, really cool way to start the meal. As is great.
Makes a huge difference.
It's crazy when you taste something that is good, it makes you smile. And now it's 5:30. We're right about to start. It's gonna get busy. We basically like are starting with anywhere from 40 to 60 covers within the first 30 to 45 minutes of service, so it starts really fast. So now we're already ready to start sending the first dishes. We're sending up the pass. We have little plate wipes here. We have sauces, oils, dry wipes as well, so that we can just polish and finish all the plating. And as soon as it's ready, we get the orders, we finish the sauce in all the plates, and then after that, it's gonna get going and start to go right away. On the pass, here at night, there's a few things that's happened. We have 2 boards. This is my expediting board. This position is intended to be able to oversee everything. I see garde manger, I see pastry, I see the hotline, the production in the back, so I can tell if there's anything wrong or if anything is on the pass doesn't look the way it should look. And I expedite the first 3 courses, 3 to 4 courses, and then the rest is expedited by a member of the dining room team that we call expediter. We have like little hidden things here, hidden tools. A few things about the cover, spreads of the night, what is the first table, last table, what size of tables we have. Reservation report that we went through earlier, talking about every single guest that we have. And then also, really important, the dining room plan of the night. So basically who's working where and what section, who's the sommelier, the captain, the server, the assistant server. So every time there's a ticket, if there's something wrong or there's something happening with the table or the timing or the ticket, whatever it is, then we can easily like know what happened with who and get the team to come and communicate with us. And same thing here, we have a plan with everyone who's working where in the entire restaurant. So that helps with logistics during service. That's it. Every single sous chef is going to be staged on their station, and basically I'm working with all the sous chefs. All the sous chefs are working with their cooks, and then all together as a team, we try to do the best we can every night and try to re-earn those 3 stars over there. Service is starting now. Let's do this. Okay, ordering 2 top at the bar. Hey, 2 top at the bar. It's a good service. So we're gonna have 1 tea, no spicy. Ready to chop. Ready to chop. When service starts, we always call the tickets. We call the amount of guests that are at a table, so everyone gets ready, especially in garde manger. But also the hotline knows that they have a new ticket in order they need to get ready. Besides that time, everyone is really quiet, so that we can just focus on what we were doing. Can we go check 17, make sure they're ready? They didn't send a fire. Bring the other cup here. I need 2 keys behind that.
Oui, chef.
Thank you. Smoking hot, right, Kevin?
Oui.
No, not enough. Good. Take it back. Smoking. It has to be like smoking hot.
Oui.
That means this is not good. So let's fix it.
Oui, chef.
Let's get it back in the pot. Much hotter. Okay, let's go, guys. 2 more teas. 2 by 2. It's getting really busy and intense service. We're gonna be here until probably midnight, 1 a.m. So now we need you guys to go and focus on service. So thank you for today. It was awesome. What are you two top of the bar? Do we still have anything to taste?